Hi guys, happy Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. You can rise, you can be, you can live, you can dream. This year be reading adventures. Hey guys, I got so used to saying happy Tuesday when I first started doing this. Anybody that's on here that has just joined me over the summer, I've only been doing it Monday through Friday since the COVID-19 has been going around. So yeah, that's why I got back to my happy Tuesday, but happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday. Let me get my comments so that I can see them because... All right, so I see I've got my Janicia on here. I enjoyed reading your writing today, Janicia. Hi, Kendall. Hi, Mom. Hi, Maura. Thank you for putting that in. Hey, Anaya. Hi. Hey, guys. I am hoping there was someone who just messaged me right before coming on, someone else from Japan that wanted to come in. It's Rena and Noah, and I'm hoping that they get a chance to get in. You read a Magic Treehouse book today. Which book did you read, Janicia? What have you guys done? Hey, it is Earth Day. And I put it on Facebook and I said, Happy Earth Day. So, with the big Earth Day, and you guys know that I love nature. What book do you think I might read? I miss you too. Anaya. I miss your hugs. What book do you think I may read? I want to send a message to the people who just messaged me. I might lose your comments for a second. I'll look over here. Again, you watched the Tom and Jerry movie. Well, I want to know about Earth Day. What book do you guys think you're going to read? Hi, Avian's Weird World. Hi, thank you for joining me. What book, guys? What book do you guys think I might read? What book? I am messaging this parent because I don't see that they are on. Let me just do that. I need some predictions, a really good guess for the book. What book? Think about me. Look at my shirt. My shirt gives you a clue. Oh, the places we'll go when we read. Let me message them. What book? All right, I'm going to go back to my comments on here. What book? Oh, hey, Julian. Hey. What book? A nature book? Yes. It's definitely going to be a nature book to go with Earth Day, but does anybody have a title? Do you have a title for me? You guys might hear my voice again as I log back on. If so, ignore it. Okay, it's down. Looking for a title. Title Dr. Seuss. Okay, great. As long as you're on. Yeah, there's always a lag behind. On YouTube, there is no lag. It's pretty much like maybe a second or so. Facebook always has a lag. But hi. So, yes, it is going to be a Dr. Seuss book. Is that Yukino? Or is that Sarah who is looking? But yeah, it's going to be a Dr. Seuss book. So what Dr. Seuss? I forget that Facebook, you can't see it as much. So my shirt says, oh, the places you'll go when you read. Yes, Dr. Seuss book. So a Dr. Seuss book that's also about nature. When you think of Earth Day, pretty much Earth Day is saying, hey, remember, we share the world with all living creatures. And we have a responsibility to do what we can to help the world be a better place, to help keep the animals safe. So I thought it was Yukino. So what Dr. Seuss book might I be reading? Someone says the Lorax. Oh, the places you'll go. Hey, Ariana. Nature book, Earth Day, helping the world. It's not going to be about elephants. But elephants are part of nature. I guess it could have been, you know what? It could have been. It could have been a Horton book because Horton, he was always helpful and he was helpful to nature. So I guess it could have been a Horton book. Should I go ahead and show you? I forgot. I got excited because I like nature so much. What have you guys done today? I usually ask you guys to tell me something that you have done. So go ahead. Tell me something that you've done today. I almost didn't make it out, but I got my walking in. I almost did not make it. Almost didn't, but I told you guys about accountable. It means when you're supposed to do something. And so I have a friend, and I said, well, she walks every day. She motivates and inspires me. And I said, will you hold me accountable for walking? So this morning, when I woke up, she texted me and she said, do you have your walking shoes on? I believe she's in Louisiana or Texas. And I didn't say anything back. And then she messaged me again. She said, you didn't respond. And then I had tutoring and I had a meeting and then I had to eat and then I have to come here. And I was like, you know what? This is important. I've got to do it. So I walked and I sent her a video when I was walking. Tell me something that you get. Oh, you lost a tooth. Where? Which tooth? I tell you guys about these teeth falling out of your head. I just don't know. I don't know about that. All the places you'll go, the Lorax. No one else is telling me what you're doing. These Dr. Seuss books are kind of long, so I am going to go ahead. You didn't have enough time to do your jogging. It was like 7:15. That's all right. You did your classwork. That's good. That's good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and show you the book because lots of times these Dr. Seuss books are long, and I would like to get it in. So, are you guys ready to see it? Read a Magic Treehouse, High Tide, Hawaii. I haven't read that. What number is that, Janicia? Was your prediction right? Oh, you guys went to Costco. I went shopping yesterday. I didn't go to a big store like that, but I went shopping yesterday and I got lots of stuff, spent lots of money. The Lorax. If your prediction was the Lorax, you're right. And you can even look right here and you see nature all over the cover. And here is the Lorax right here reading the book. This is one of my favorite Dr. Seuss books. And I see Kendall, you're happy about it. You had dance class on Zoom. One of my friend's daughters had a dance class on Zoom. I wonder if you guys are in the same class. I don't know. The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. If you have seen the Disney movie, give me a thumbs up if you've seen the Lorax Disney movie. And even if you have, this book is a little bit different. It is not the same as the Disney movie. Oh, number 28. They're pretty old in that book, Janicia. I don't think I've gotten past book 8 or 9. And then looking right here. Dark and creepy. Doesn't make me too happy. I like the bright colors on here. If you notice my room and my colors and even back there, then you'll see I have. So not everyone has seen the movie. Some of you have, some of you have not. Okay. Hey, Andy. Okay. The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. Those of you who have been in my classroom, you know that these trees here, I have some of them on the wall right behind my desk, and I miss seeing my trees. Oh, turn frustration into fascination. Okay, I'm fascinated because I still get to connect with you guys on here, and I've got 2 different families watching me from Japan. So that makes me happy. All right. Hey, Max. The movie is from DreamWorks. Okay. The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. Make sure you guys can see it. At the far end of town where the grickle grass grows and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows. Ugh. Oh, I don't think I want to be there. I'm visualizing. Good readers visualize. That means that when they are reading, or in your case, listening to the book, they visualize what would it look like? What would it smell like? What would it sound like? What would it feel like? And sometimes what would it taste like? So they said where the wind smells slow and sour, I picture it not blowing past real fast, but just staying right there. It makes my stomach hurt when it blows. And no birds ever sing, excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. I definitely wouldn't want to be here. I like listening to the birds sing. I was walking, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and there was a bird, and you guys know how much I love nature. Right now, I'm making a text. I'm connecting this book to myself, a text to self connection. I was walking and I saw a bird I had never seen before, and I observed it for a while, and I looked, and then I listened to it, and I looked, and I heard another one, and I looked. I said, okay, it's got brown speckled on its back, and its belly is white, and it's got long legs. And I listened to the sound, and I came back in my house, and I went on Google, and I typed up brown bird with a white belly in Virginia, and I didn't find it. And I kept typing, and I kept typing. I typed something else, I typed something else, and I found it. And then I said, I think this is it, by looking at the picture. And then the name of the bird is a kill deer. A kill, like I'm going to kill a deer. It's called a kill deer. And then I went and I listened to it, and it was the same bird. And now when I go walking, even when I went today, I heard it. I love listening to birds. I definitely wouldn't want to be here. Would you? How many of you would want to be here? How many of you will be happy to go and be here with this sour smell? Hey, I'm Noah and Rena. Hi. Oh, you guys are all friends. Okay. I was wondering how you guys found me. How many of you guys would like to go here? I know I wouldn't. Is the street of the lifted Lorax. Is Sarah watching, you guys? I thought we could see the onceler's eyes, but I don't see it. And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you still can see today where the Lorax once stood. He's looking at it. Just as long as it could before somebody lifted the Lorax away. So now in here it says, before somebody lifted the Lorax away. I want you guys to listen. By the end of the book, I want you to answer who lifted the Lorax away. Here it says somebody. Who lifted it? The second time I seen it says the lifted Lorax. Who lifted the Lorax away? That's an answer that I want you guys to know by the time we finish reading this book. I lost my spot. The old onceler still lives there. Ask him. He knows. So we can tell this is the onceler's house. In the book, this is all we see of the onceler. I know if you guys, hey Sarah, I know if you guys look at the movie, you actually see the onceler, but this one was first. This one was written a long time ago. I'm going to find the copyright. The copyright is the date when the book was first written. This was first written in 1971. I wasn't even born. You won't see the onceler. Don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of his store. He lurks in his lurkum, cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of muffled muff. And on special dank midnights in August, he peeks out of the shutters. Oh, it must be August. So that means if we went there right now, he would not be peeking out because it's not August. And sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you perhaps if you're willing to pay. What's going on here? He's throwing this in the bucket, and I guess even though we can't see it, we're not able to see it, Kendall. We go all the way up. I guess that goes to the Lorax. On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather snail. Yep. Onceler got it. I believe looking at the pictures right here, he's counting it. You know, you always need to look at the pictures. I didn't cover the words because this is such a long book, but thank you for staying, Ariana. But yeah, I can see. Got the pail, and he's counting it. Then he pulls up the pail, makes a most certain count, careful count, to see if you've paid him the proper amount. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper-phone, for the secrets I tell you are for your ears alone. Well, I guess because this is a guy that paid, he said, yeah, I'm only going to tell you. So this must be the whisperer phone. He looks, how does he look? What would you guys call this? Would you call this excited? Would you call it shocked? What would you guys call this look that the boy has? You just made a text to self connection saying that August is your birthday. Slop! Down slips the whisper phone to your ear, and the old onceler's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snarly holes, and he sounds as if he had smallest bees up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says, with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax get lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Now I'm going to make a text to text connection. A long, long time back reminds me of the chapter book I've been reading you where they went to the time of the dinosaurs. That's comparing one book to another book. It's just helping me to understand. You said I skipped something. What did I skip? I read this part. He grunts. I read this part. I didn't skip anything. Oh, this is so pretty right here. I would like to be right here with all the trees and all the colors. I just hear happiness. In my head, I hear the birds singing, and it makes me happy, and I'm smiling. This is something that I could be happy about just going in nature. Way back in the days where the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the swumly swans rang out in space. One morning, I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the truffle trees, the bright colored tufts of the truffle trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. Oh, it reminds me of roses. That's what I just smelled. I visualized smelling the fresh morning breeze. What do you smell? What would be a fresh morning breeze for you? Type, what do you smell? Hey, Jaden. Oh, look, the bears are having fun. The fish, all of nature is having fun. And this is what we need to be thinking about on Earth Day, making sure that all nature is taken care of. They're eating the fruits from the trees. Does fruit really come from trees? That could be a text to text to world connection. Name a fruit that comes from a tree. Name a fruit that comes from the tree. Kendall is insisting that I missed something. Let me see. I read this page. I read this page. I read this page. And I read this page. Kendall, I skipped nothing. And under the trees, I saw brown babaloots frisking about in their barbaloot suits as they played in the shade and ate truffle fruits. Yes, apples and pears. Yes, yes. You would like to be there? So would I. From the rumpelous pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. Wow, so not only are the birds making sounds, but the fish are making sounds too. Wow, I would love to be there. That reminds me of the toads. At nighttime when it's not too cold, I can hear the toads in the water making sounds. Yes, apples. Is that Sarah that says apples? Yes, oranges. This reminds me of a horse that would eat grass today. Can you name another animal that eats grass? But those trees, those truffle trees. All my life I've been searching for trees such as these, the touch of their tufts, which was softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew what I'd do. I unloaded. I knew what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. I don't like the tools he's taking out. I don't like that tool. Yes, rabbits eat grass. Yes, goats. Yes, mango. Good job, guys. The bear is looking like, well, it's not a bear, but this barbaloot is looking like, what in the world is this? He's confused. And look, cut down the tree. As soon as he got there, whack, I can hear him whacking on a tree, whacking on a tree. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffle tree with one chop, and with great skillful skill, and with great speedy speed. Hey, Speedy. I took the soft tuft, and I needed a sneed. Dogs do eat grass sometimes. Whenever my dog eats grass, he ends up throwing up, though. I don't think they're really supposed to. Do you think there was a sound that came out of this tree? I want you to visualize. Do you visualize when the Lorax came out of the tree? Do you visualize a sound? Or do you visualize it being quiet? The great thing about it is you're right with whatever you choose because you can create it. The instant I finished, oh no, they tell us, I heard a gazump. I looked, I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossish. Think about moss. And he spoke with a voice that was sharpest and bossy. Oh, you heard ploop, Janicia? From the picture, we can tell that the Lorax is telling him something, kind of like, Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze. Oh, I guess when he came out of here, because the guy had cut down the tree and there were little small pieces of the wood there. So that's what they mean by sawdust. I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. What does that mean? Trees have no tongues. What does that mean? And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset and he shouted and puffed. What's that thing you've made out of my truffle of tuff? What does that mean he speaks for the trees? What does that mean? But a tree can't say, don't chop me down. So he's here to say it for him. Just like animals can't speak for themselves. So some people have to speak for them. He's inspecting his suit. I think the Onceler is describing. He's like, oh, why did I cut it down? So yeah, they can't talk. So he's like, oh, I'll show you. Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I just chopped down one tree. I am doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a need to find something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat. But it has other uses, yes, far beyond that. And you can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers for bicycle seats. He's like, you can do so much with it. The Lord said, sir, you are crazy with greed. There is no one on earth who would buy that fool's need. If you know anything about this, who's right? Is the Onceler right that it can be used for lots of things? Or is the Lorax right that no one's going to buy it? Who's right? Onceler or Lorax? Who's right? The picture shows. Who's right? But, I told you when you see the word but, that means something is changing. Right here, the Lorax just said there's no one on earth who would buy it, but means it's changing. But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just at that minute, a chap came along and he thought that the bead I had knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax. You poor stupid guy. Oh, he's mean. You can never tell what some people will buy. Hi, Bennett. He's on the phone. Lorax is still like, wait, no. Stop. I'm busy, I told him. Let me see, did I miss something? Nope. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. No, I'm sorry. I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room, and in no time at all, built. He's very resourceful. He built the shop. He made the outfit. He built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts. And I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Once-Love family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to North Niche. Turn left at Weehawken. Sharp right at South Stitch. Bennett, where are you from? Oh boy. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, at least 12 people working now. Just cutting and cutting. Look. Oh, I hear all the whacking and it makes me sad. Look. Oh. And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Once-Love family was working full tilt. We were all knitting beads, just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffle trees. Oh, I'm not liking this, guys. I'm not liking this. Oh no, look at what they built. Oh no, look, how many trees are being cut down at once? What about the animals? I remember that the animals ate the fruit from the trees. No. Oh, okay. From Evanston, Miss Veroni's. Okay, thank you for watching. Then, how my business did grow. Now, chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 truffle trees at one smacker. We were making feeds 4 times as fast as before. And the Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. Has the Lorax given up? Has the Lorax given up? Oh no. What's wrong? Why are they grabbing their stomachs? What's going on? But, okay, I see the word but. Let me see what changed. And the Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But, so that means, and as we can see, he's back. But the next week, he knocked on my door of my new office door. Let me read that again. But the next week, he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, I'm the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots who played in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happily lived eating truffle fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffle of fruit to go round. And my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. Yes, Bennett, they are. They're very hungry. They're hungry. Is this going to make the Once-Love stop? I mean, they're hungry. This was their home and they're hungry now. It's going to make them stop? I don't think so. They're leaving. Hungry. This one, I think he's really sick. He doesn't even have enough energy to walk. Oh, and it's not colorful anymore. The trees are not as bright and colorful. Let's see the first cane. Very bright. They're not as bright now. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried, and he sent them away. I once felt sad as I watched them all go, but business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. I'm not going to finish this book tonight, guys. Oh, look at it. The sky is darker. What else is on this page that we did not see before? There are several things on this page that we have not seen before. I should have covered up these words. Name some of the things that you see. Name some of the things that you see that were not on any of the other pages. Name some of the things that were not on the other pages. See all these cars with the pollution? I see this going into the air. I see whatever's going on right here. Once was changing everything here. I meant no harm. I most certainly did not. Oh, and the cloud is the sky is much darker. But I had to grow bigger. So bigger I got. I biggered my factory. I biggered my roads. I biggered my wagons. I biggered the loads of the needs I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more needs. And I biggered my money, which everyone needs. Oh, first it was the trees, then it was the barbaloots, and now, oh man. Oh, you guys said trucks, trolley. Yes, 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 yes. Good job, guys. Then again, he came back. I was fixing some pipes when that old nuisance, that's someone who keeps bothering you, Lorax, came back with more gripes, more complaints. I am the Lorax. He coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffed. He snarled. He sniffed. Onceler, he cried with a querulous croak. Onceler, you're making so smogulous smoke. My poor swumly swams, why, they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat. Oh, hey, Cindy, hi. So what's going to happen to them? They can't sing anymore. Do they have any food to eat? What's going to happen to them, guys? Did you say he was going to have to send them away? Whoa, look at the difference in the truffle trees. Oh, this makes me sad. Look how colorful they are here. This makes me happy. They're the same colors as my shirt. And now, man. And so, said the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where would they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you smogged up around here. I think I'll go ahead and finish it. Hopefully you guys are okay because you don't have to go to school tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and finish it. Look at this on the inside. And Lorax has more to say. What's more, snapped the Lorax. His dander was up. Let me say a few words of this glupperless glup. Gluppity glup. Your machinery clugs on day and night without stop, making gluppity glup and skluppity sklop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old onceler man, you. Oh, I forgot about the fish. I thought all the living things were gone. This is no way to take care of the earth. No, look at it. The color's even worse. Look at the trees. The trees even look sick. Oh, you know what? I bet because of all of this stuff going in the air, I bet it's not good for the trees too, because when I breathe in, what's that called? I'll give you a chance to answer. And then all these things happen in my body. When I breathe out, it's something different. And when I breathe out, what's that called, guys? That's what the trees breathe in. So that means that the trees are breathing in all of this nasty smog. The same reason that they couldn't sing, the trees are breathing that in too. So I guess that's why right here, the trees look really, really, really bad. What's that called? When I breathe in, what is it? I'm waiting for someone to tell me so I can let go. What did I just breathe in? Tell me, I want to let it go. What did I breathe in? Somebody, anybody, help me. Nobody's helping me. I just breathe in oxygen. And when I breathe out, I just breathe out carbon dioxide. And the plants, they breathe in oxygen. I'm sorry, they breathe in carbon dioxide, which is what we give them. And they breathe out oxygen, which is what they give us. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. See, it's just this delay. I guess it's too much of a delay. Yeah, so working together, and this is just not good. You're glumping the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed, so I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fence. They're not supposed to be walking. They're not supposed to be walking. They'll walk on their fence and get woefully weary. They're going to get so tired in search of some water that isn't so smeary. Oh, goodness. Yes, air. Yes. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax. Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap, yap, and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir. And I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more truffle trees into leads, which everyone needs. Oh my gosh, he's angry too. You say you're angry. He's really angry right now. Oh my gosh, look at the land. Look at how it has changed from the beginning of this story. I have to go back and look at the beauty. The beginning of the story. Well, the beginning is when the Lorax is telling the story, but look. Look at the difference. Oh. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall. That was the very last truffle tree of them all. Why is everybody leaving? What happened? Guys, help me. He called his family and they've been making this money. Why is everybody leaving now? What's going on? Are you able to figure it out? Why is everyone leaving? I'm going to wait. Why is everybody leaving? No more trees. No more needs. Oh, because he cut down the last tree. That's right. No more work to be done. So in no time, my uncles and aunts and everyone all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and they drove away under the smoke-smothered stars. Now all that was left neath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax, and I. Oh, now remember, at the beginning, I told you, by the time we finish this book, I want you to tell me what made the Lorax, who lifted the Lorax away? At the beginning, they said that the street was called the Lifted Lorax, the street of the Lifted Lorax. And then right here, it says, and what was the Lorax? Why was he there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere? So I asked you, who or what lifted the Lorax away? Who or what lifted the Lorax away? The picture shows you. Even before I read, the picture show you. What lifted the Lorax away? Who lifted the Lorax away? The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance. Just gave me a very sad backwards glance. So it's like he's looking behind him. As he lifted himself by the seat of his pants. And I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hoisted himself and took leave of this place through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And the Lorax left here, and all that the Lorax left here is in this mess was a small pile of rocks with one word: unless. Whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. That was long, long ago, but each day since that day, I've sat here and worried away. So let's think about this. The Lorax tried to warn him and tried to tell him, stop, 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 you're messing things up, stop. And the guy didn't want to listen. Why? Because he was more concerned about being rich. He was more concerned about being rich. And now he's sat here for years worrying and worrying. Through the years, while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. Oh yeah, his building is falling apart. And he's just worried about it. Not happy. But now, says the Onceler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. So, catch. What's that? What's that? So catch, calls the Onceler. He let something fall. It's a truffulous seed. It's the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffula seeds, and the truffula trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffula. Treat it with care. Give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest. Protect it from axes that hack. Then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. So hopefully this guy who cared enough to pay to hear about the Lorax, hopefully he would take that and plant it and make things look this beautiful again. In my classroom, I have the words on my wall because I love what the Lorax had to, or what the Onceler said. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. And that's why I tell you guys every day to do something for somebody else to make them smile. Show them that you care. And in Earth Day, if we would all do one thing to help the world, something as simple, if you're chewing gum, put it in the trash. Because if you throw your gum on the ground, a hummingbird, which is very little, can get stuck in that gum. I saw a video where a hummingbird got stuck in gum and couldn't fly away. And there was someone, kind of like the Lorax, he took the time and he freed the bird, slowly freed the bird from the gum, and he was able to go away. So something as simple, if you have trash, put it in a trash can. Even something as small as a piece of gum could hurt nature. So make sure that you're doing your part to keep everything healthy and keep everything pretty. Because then, just like the Lorax was one, and just like this boy is one, you can make a difference for the entire world. I know it's very late tonight, guys. So really quick, just think of something that you're happy about. Really quick, think of something that you did that you're proud of, something that will make you happy and feel good if you're really, really down, if someone hurts your feelings. And I want you to get those things in your head. Lock it in, lock it in. Inhale. Exhale. Smile. I'm sorry it's late. I have never gone this late before, but I will see you guys tomorrow. See you tomorrow for, no, tomorrow's not a chapter book. I'm not sure what book I'm going to read tomorrow. You'll just have to join me and see. I love you guys. Bye. Thank you for joining me. Bye, Facebook.